Let's now shift our focus to disclosure requirements under ASC 842. If we need to create fully US GAAP compliant financial statements, we'll need to consider and include the lease-related disclosures required by ASC 842, to the extent they are material, either on the face of the financial statements or in the notes. So over the next few videos, we'll first look at what the standard has to say about disclosure, and then work to set up our lease tracking workbook to make our lives as easy as possible as we put together all the information we'll need to disclose at Precision Industrial. So for lessees specifically, let's begin in paragraph 842.2051, the first paragraph in the lessee disclosure section of the standard. It states that the objective of the disclosure requirements is to enable users of the financial statements to assess the amount, timing, and uncertainty of cash flows arising from leases. To achieve that objective, a lessee shall disclose qualitative and quantitative information about all of the following. First, its leases. Second, the significant judgments made in applying the requirements in this topic to those leases. And third, the amounts recognized in the financial statements relating to those leases. Then the next paragraph, 842.2052, states that a lessee shall consider the level of detail necessary to satisfy the disclosure objective and how much emphasis to place on each of the various requirements. A lessee shall aggregate or disaggregate disclosures so that useful information is not obscured by including a large amount of insignificant detail or by aggregating items that have different characteristics. So not only do we need to disclose our significant judgments, we also need to apply judgment when putting together our lease disclosure under ASC 842. We need to ensure we provide enough detail and appropriately aggregate information to satisfy paragraph 842.2052. And like all US GAAP disclosure requirements, the lease disclosures in ASC 842 are subject to materiality, which is itself a concept that requires significant judgment by management. It's important to note that ASC 842 does not require every company to provide every possible disclosure. What it requires is that companies provide disclosures that are relevant, material, and useful to users of the financial statements. And it's also important to note that for lessees, ASC 842 does not require any specific disclosure in interim financial statements. The disclosure requirements apply to annual financial statements, and any additional interim disclosures would be considered under ASC 270, the topic on interim reporting. So ultimately, our goal with lease disclosures will be to convey all relevant and material information required to be disclosed under ASC 842. So in the next few episodes, we'll cover exactly what information the standard states a lessee must disclose, look at examples of public company lease disclosures, and then turn to how we can efficiently organize all the required information at Precision Industrial.